we will talk about, and then we will do the practice, why to discipline the mind and what it is. But why to discipline the mind? First thing to understand, that all experiences takes place in the mind. Good, bad, high, low, craziness, wisdom, everything takes place in the mind. All experiences takes place in the mind. Every time you are in front of a mirror, you see yourself. Metaphor. And if the mirror is dusted, then how do you see yourself? You are as you are. But because the mirror is full of dust, what happens? How do you see yourself? Are you getting an answer? Why to discipline the mind? That is one way to see it. All experiences takes place in the mind, and if the mind as an instrument is not clear, transparent, then our experiences are modified, changed. How it changes? One example. You don't like my beard. For example, there is no reason to like it or not. That doesn't make any difference. So that is a wisdom. But say, for example, the mind does not like the beard I have, and the next time I come face to face with you, because of that disliking in the memory, the knowledge is there, and your face expression changes the moment you see me because of my beard. Are you getting it? Now apply the same. You don't like your boss. So there is a disliking. There is also a disliking for the honey. But as long as we live together, you cannot avoid honey. But the mind every time looks at the honey, and something starts happening in the mind. Even if the honey says nothing. Are you see that? Are you clear? Are you understand? Honey is saying nothing. Not only this crazy mind doesn't like a table lying in your living room. So first disliking, and then what happens? The mind starts thinking, and every day you look at the table, and the table makes you crazy. Leave aside honey and living beings in your life. Are you getting it? Why to discipline and educate the mind? Mind, don't do this liking and disliking. Let me see the things as it is. Let me see the people as it is. Mind, your work is to reflect the image and give me a direct experience without your preferences of likes, dislikes, pain, pleasure. Are you getting it? So what happens to that mind? Now, even if you like or dislike a person or a thing, an object, now this mind is disciplined and it is made clean. So what is going to happen? You are not influenced and dictated by anything outside in the world. Are you getting it? Who cares who is the president? Because you don't have liking and disliking, right? You see that? Yeah. Who cares the boss when I'm doing my work? I'm putting my 100%, my focus is on the work. Are you getting it? You see that? That mind should be disciplined and educated. Why? One, to succeed in meditation. Two, to change my perception of the world outside. There is a proverb comes out, you cannot change the world, change yourself. Now apply that proverb here. You cannot change the world. Let me change myself. What is that change? Change my perception, not getting carried away by the likes and dislikes. You see that? Not getting carried away by the pain and the pleasure. So now see that one day you wake up in the morning, you are not getting carried away by the opposing thoughts, feelings, and the sensations about the people, the object, and the things outside. What is going to happen? The mind remains calm. Mind is not getting carried away by anything outside. So you have proved in your life that yes, I have changed my perception of the world, and now to go a little deeper, this world will remain as it is. There is a saying in our tradition that if you put a straight pipe, now if you put the crooked tail of a dog inside the straight pipe, even for 12 years, it will remain crooked. It will not become straight. You know, the dog tail, and you put that tail in a pipe for 12 years and then bring the pipe out. That tail again becomes crooked. That is the nature of the world. Second is, I cannot change the world. Change myself, change my perception. Third, when we go into a higher meditation, what is that? We learn that the very nature of the world presented to the mind in the form of duality. In the form of duality. What is that duality? Likes and dislikes. Whatever you do in the world, whatever the action you perform in the world, that action has twofold opposing result. Whether I get a profit or loss, pain, pleasure, victory, defeat. That is the very nature of the world. So why should I get worried? Let me perform my work playfully, with my focus every day, in my relationship, and accept whatever comes and move ahead in our life. Are you getting it? That is how to deal with the world. But if the mind becomes crazy over small things, then you destroy your own life. That is why the meditation needs to be done. Why and what is discipline and education of the mind that leads to success in meditation. So it is not only the practice. Now see, I'm practicing, focus on the breath, I'm relaxed, and after the meditation mind returns to the same thoughts. So what is the benefit of meditation? There is no benefit. 23 hours living in duality, 1 hour once a week meditation. Put it into the balance. 1 hour of meditation and 24 hours, 6 days plus 23 hours. So the mind will continue to live in that duality and a conflict. And that causes the fatigue and the tiredness and the anxiety and the duality and the conflict and anger. And you become a person, epitome of stress and suffering. Then you say meditation doesn't bring any result. So what the master says, my mind must get the right knowledge. What is the right knowledge? The nature of the world I have understood. And when you start practicing meditation, any thought from the world comes, you say, oh, go away, not interested. Because you know that is the nature of the world. But if you don't know it, you don't have a proper knowledge, what will happen after the meditation? You will complain me, I had lot of thoughts. You don't understand, Acharya, how much suffering I have in my life. As if the God has given you, God has chosen you for suffering. God loves you. That leads to more stress and suffering. Let me give another example so that to make you clearly understand where our masters ask us to move. In a full moon night, when that moon is reflected in a water that is calm, without any disturbances, that moon is reflected fully, clearly. Even that reflection of the moon throws the light on you, and it is coming from the water of an ocean. Are you clear that the moon reflects equally to everything on the earth? But if the moon is, can you see the reflection of the moon in a muddy water? You cannot see it. And even if you see it, it doesn't give you that clarity. Does the moon does not fall equally on the rock? The rock is not a proper prepared medium to reflect the moon. So what is the meaning? The mind should be made like a water. First, pure. Second is clean. Pure and clean. The moment that mind is made pure and clean, you change your life. Where is the easiest way? Moving within, living within, awakening within. When the mind knows how to move within, what does that mean? The mind is scattered in millions of directions, consciously, subconsciously, habitually, when this mind is moving outside. The moment you move the mind outside, it has multiple things to be aware of it. Just take this example now. You are sitting at the convenience of your home. You are aware of yourself, your body. You are aware of your couch or the bed on which you are sitting. You are aware of the room. You are aware of the temperature. You are aware of the picture. Millions of directions. Why? There are millions of things outside. How many things you have inside? Only you. Even not your honey can enter within you. That gives you a freedom. Do you see that? Can you move the one you love the most, can you bring it inside your heart? No way. Only you are present. And when the mind moves within, lives within, and you start awakening to your true nature. What is that true nature? It is a pure consciousness. And what is that pure consciousness? It is full of peace, happiness, love, wisdom. No, but the people have not changed outside. I have changed. Why you are complaining this? Your mind is still obsessed with the things and people outside. It means you do not succeed in meditation. So what is that success in meditation? Let us move within, live within, awaken within. So what is that awakening? Now you are living in the presence of permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom. Now you think and speak and act behind that peace and happiness is working. There is no conflict and the duality is working. So one succeeds in meditation first at the personal level. And then what happens? You start living your life, and there is a peace and a happiness behind every thought, every speech, every action. I always give an example. Sometimes people say, you seem to be crazy. I say, oh, you are right. I'm more crazy than you think. You cannot give me a certificate that I'm crazy. You're not a professor. I'm not passing any examination. So what happens to the mind? Because the mind is clear. Mind is clear. Now see the other way around. You say me crazy and I start feeling bad. It means I'm really crazy. I'm proving myself that I'm crazy. Do you understand that? You have proved yourself that you are crazy in your life. Because you are affected by the people and the statements and the words and the things outside in the world. Last thing before we do the practice. He's a living master. Why to discipline? I'm answering why to discipline and educate the mind. And what is that education? It's a wonderful, the way he speaks to thousands of people in India, to the corporates, and he gives you a very deeper insight. It is coming from the teachings of the Easternwisdom. Go a little deeper. What he says thousands people are there. He said, you all guys have to say me crazy, and he keeps his hands like this. So all the thousands of the people say him that you are crazy, and the moment he says, he clenches his fist and then throw it. What does it mean? Then he explains. The moment you all said that I am crazy, so I caught that word craziness. Before it enters into my mind, I threw it outside. What that means? Crazy is a word. Can you tell me where this word has affected you? Did it affect you the head, heart, right arm, left arm? It is simply a word. Even if you write crazy on the left arm, it doesn't make any difference. So what affects me? Can you become aware what affects me? It is the interpretation of that word in my mind affects me, makes me crazy. Are you getting it? That interpretation comes from the impurity of the mind. Now say, last thing, take the word same craziness. If the word craziness means happy and smiling, the way, if we are taught the meaning of the word crazy, it means happiness and smile. And if I say, are you crazy, what will happen to you? Oh, yes, yes, I'm happy. I'm okay. So what does that mean? Are you understanding? The interpretation of the world given to you by your mind. Which mind? The mind in impurity causes the suffering in you. Interpretation of a honey. You have 10 commandments when you are living in a relationship. So that is your interpretation. And if that interpretation doesn't fit into the action and the behavior of the others, then you suffer. Why you should suffer? Why don't you live in peace and happiness? First, are you getting it? That is what and why to discipline your mind so that it changes its perception and we live in right perception. So we have a right thought, we have a right speech, we have a right action. So let us start our journey, practice of meditation today. Eyes are closed in the stage 1. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. We are in the stage 1. We prepare the mind and show the mind the inner resources. Whether you are sitting or lying down doesn't make any difference. Just continue. So eyes are closed, body is steady, and mind is looking deep inside. Where deep inside the head or the heart? Mind is looking deep inside. Where it is looking, what it is looking. When the eyes are closed, you simply look into the space. That is enough. You're looking into the space or the darkness. Both are okay. In the stage 1, the second step is being comfortable. The mind looks at the neck joint. You are there, you feel it. What you feel? Neck joint. Remember, the mind can play a trick with it. So mind will misinterpret, oh, I have to move my neck joint to the mind. And then what will happen? You start moving the body. And that will take you away from meditation. So moving the mind on the neck joint, being there, feeling sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Moving the mind, moving the mind on the shoulder joints. Be there, feel. You know that mind is an instrument of knowledge. So knowing, feeling, awareness, all words are used. Shoulder joints, sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. The mind goes to hip joint, feeling the sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness, moving the mind on the entire body, on all the joints of the body. All the joints? Yes. One after the other. So there is a feeling, there is a presence, and the sensation being comfortable and and steadiness. How simple it is. Now the third step is being carefree. It's a very subtle, very interesting, very simple, and yet it throws a challenge to the mind. Are you doing the practice on a couch or on a bed or a mat? Is mat different and separate from you? Yes. Same way. You see, every thought, feeling, sensation are different and separate from you. When we see the birds flying in the sky, there is a sky over the birds. The birds are moving, sky is not. Same way. The deeper layer of the mind doesn't move, but the thought, feeling, sensation in the mind continues to move like a traffic. What should I do? Don't be a part of the traffic, be a part of the sky. What it takes? Just an awareness. What is that awareness? Let the thought come and go. Why? I'm not a thought. I'm different from a thought. I'm separate from it. How can I be a thought? You may think like this and become aware. Third step is very subtle, simple, yet it throws a challenge to the mind. So, in that state now, we will continue doing the second stage of purification of the mind. Why the mind is purified, it does not remain as a muddy water, and it continues to move within. So, in the stage 2, we have 2 steps. The first step is eyes are closed. Remain closed, you are comfortable, you are carefree, and then you look inside the rib cage. You are cheerful. And in that state of being cheerful, start breathing quick and short breath gently while looking inside the rib cage. Continue, quick, fast. Continue. And stop it. And now just the opposite. Inhale. Deep, silent, slow breath. First into the belly, then into the rib cage, up to the throat. So the inhalation is deep, silent, and slow. Should take a time, same way. While breathing out, make the humming sound. Keep looking deep inside the forehead. Humming sound as long as deep as possible, the same way the inhalation continues. What is the goal? Keep that goal. Your next breath is deeper, silent than the previous breath. Your next breath, exhalation is deeper, longer, and louder humming sound. Hold on this state naturally. All guys are doing nice. All girls are doing nice. Holding on means maintain your awareness. That will take you to a deeper state. Continue doing the humming sound. Continue to maintain the same state of comfortable steadiness and continue doing the humming sound, my friend. Do not break the rhythm. Stop this. Move the mind on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes and experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Continue. Experience that state. What is that state? And now we will push the mind a little deeper by an active step. Look inside the forehead, no movement in the body, and deep inside, when you're looking into the space, start hammering the mind with this mantra om 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 mentally. No movement of the lips or the tongue. Om 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 om. Very quick, fast, and loud in your mind. Why we are doing it? We are replacing the unwanted junk thoughts that causes the fatigue and the tiredness and reaction and the anxiety and the duality and the conflict. So what we are doing, when I use the word hammering, as you hammer the nail, and the nail goes deep inside to the wall, same thing at a higher level happens to the mind. Continue hammering. Quick, fast, and loud in your mind. You hear that sound inside you. Remember, do not stop in the middle. The crazy mind will stop, you know what's happening, I don't like it. No, liking or disliking. You continue the journey. We will see what happens in the end of the journey. You know, continue. And stop it. Do nothing. No movement in the body at all. Keep looking inside. So we do nothing. We live into the state of doing nothing after hammering the center of the wisdom, the power of the knowledge. Eastern wisdom says that is the knowledge which is a power by which we liberate, bring an end to the suffering. So we activated the center of the wisdom. But we should have a clarity of aspiration. Look deep inside the heart, in the space, and start hammering Om 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 same. But keep looking deep inside the heart. Continue hammering in your mind, quick, fast, and loud. Continue. And if the mind is absorbed in hammering, you will experience as if you have left the outer world, as if you have transcended the world. And again, do nothing. When you do nothing and the mind continues to live within, in that state of sensation, relaxation, still, sometimes people doze off. It's okay. This is the center, the power of emotion. The pure consciousness, when it manifests in the mind, it expresses as a power of knowledge in the mind, the power of aspiration, and the power of action. So now looking deep inside the belly button. Look deep inside the belly button. Good. In the space and start. What do you start hammering? Quick, fast, and loud. You're doing it in your mind. The mind by default does not like to do it because it does not want to go inside. Why? Going inside will drop all the habitual and the instinctual and the impulsive behavior that the mind does not want to lose. So we are having a conscious action on the mind. Continue, my friend. Continue, the mind will try to move out, but don't. Just become aware and continue the journey. We need a little patience, maybe a little commitment, plus a little sincerity. Why? To discipline and educate the mind. That is the stage 3, where we ask the mind to move within, live within, and stop this hammering but continue to maintain that state. In the stage 4, we deepen the experience. Move the mind on the head and the neck. Be there and experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the right arm. Be there. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the left arm. The body is already settled, and in that moment, when you move the mind on the left arm, be there. You will surely experience deepening of the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the chest and the belly. Be there. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the right leg. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the left leg. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the entire body. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. We need to maintain simple awareness of sensation, relaxation, stillness. Even if the other thought enters into the mind, why to succeed? Now let me combine the stage 4 and the 5 as a play and the fun. Look at the breath when it goes in. Just drop Shantoham and see the space. When the breath comes out, do nothing. Just keep looking into the space. But every time the breath goes in, you drop Shantoham. See what happens. I believe you have understood clearly. When the breath goes in, no change. When the breath is going in, you simply drop Shantoham, means I am the peace. When the breath comes out, you simply become aware of the space. Again, the breath goes in, Shantoham. Breath out, space. Goes in, Shantoham. But remember, do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. So that very infinite space, good space. So that good space is the shape, the size, the texture of what we say peace and happiness. That is how the masters define. So we ask the mind, come on, you don't want to change, don't change. But when the breath goes in, tell the mind, let me drop Shanto. And while breathing out, become aware of that good space. Good space is known as Sukha. Sukha in Sanskrit means peace. When the mind is in peace, it expresses itself in happiness. Just you're playing with the mind. We're not doing anything more than a play. And doing nothing now. Live into the state of doing nothing. You're doing nothing. You're simply aware. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your closed eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences, bring the hands down. We will share the experiences in order to progress. That is the only criteria of our sharing the experiences. So, what happened, my friend Michelle?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Just difficulty meditating, but trying to let the thoughts go. And at some points, like I found myself kind of dozing, but I was trying to pull myself out of it so I could just, be with everyone. And I think that's pretty much what was going on with me and congestion.
Congestion. Yeah, congestion is. What did you say?
But I didn't fall asleep.
You didn't fall asleep. You were almost going into sleep, but then you returned.
I did.
So there are two parts of it, Michelle. That is what our masters explain. When the mind wants to practice meditation, either it goes crazy, lot of thought starts roaming into the mind, and if we continue to persist, the mind tends to fall into sleep and avoid meditation at all costs. Why it is avoiding? That is the answer. That would be the right way to understand. It is avoiding, it needs purification, it is avoiding because of that craziness and the wandering nature of the mind is understood. If it is not there, I will not live. So, what is the remedy? The remedy is simple, persistent, consistent practice. 1. But before the practice, we should think, mind, are you my mind? Yes. So should I take over the mind or you should take over me? It is like a car. If the car takes over you when you are driving on the highway, see what happens. Car is your instrument.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
You are not. You are the master of a car. And if the car becomes the master, look at it. So I have to think inside my head, even spending 10 minutes daily. These are the 3 points. We can progress. How are you, my friend? Sophie. I see you as if you are sitting at a corner with a vertical sofa.
So my mind became lazy doing shanty. So and I was on the verge of dozing off.
Dozing.
I opened my eyes.
Same, more or less the same thing what Michelle explained.
Yeah.
Now tell me, I have to explain in a different way. Tell me if the 10 bites helps you to meet your hunger, and if you take only 1 bite, what is going to happen? The mind will remain agitated. That is what happens in meditation. Meditation is a journey. You have to cover 1 milestone, understanding the relationship with the body and the mind, then subconscious pattern of the mind, another milestone, why the wandering thought enters into the mind, why the sleep comes when we start practicing meditation, another milestone, why the mind is not ready and consistent with the practice of meditation. These are the different milestones, and each has to be dealt by knowledge, correct knowledge, but consistent practice. Now tell me, Sophie, what is the harm of practicing meditation?
What is the?
What is the harm of practicing meditation? Is there any harm?
No.
Why don't I practice regularly?
I practice regularly.
Oh, wonderful. Then practice
I
twice.
practice every day. I don't practice an hour. I practice 15 minutes every day.
No. In the beginning, when the baby is born, we have to take care 24/7. So you have to follow the practice with the audio file that I send you. If the baby starts saying, I'm doing, 15 minutes, nothing happens. So baby in meditation first. When you mature in meditation, then only you take over the mind, not before that. So every time, say you are listening the talk, that gives the right knowledge, that matures the mind, and that helps you go into a deeper meditation. That is how I learned. That is the way I am telling you. So where is Anne? Anne is there? Yes. How are you, Anne?
I'm fine. I think I went on deep meditation.
Wonderful.
Yes.
That is very good. You see that?
But it's easier lying down than sitting up.
Sometimes. But you have done even while sitting.
Yes, I have done it sometimes.
You have done it sometime.
Right.
You see that? You see all my friends? I met all the crazy masters and I could not succeed into meditation. The last week, one person was telling me, I said, I'm the craziest guy, don't come to me. No, I heard a lot about you, but you might have heard good things about me, but I'm the craziest master. So why should I will get a label after I give you a session of meditation to you? Because you have given the label to at least 10 teachers. You blame that, they all are crazy. And that is why I have come to you. What is the guarantee that you will not give the same label to me? Is it not a right question? Then I said, okay, listen to me, I'll not give you a practice of meditation. I explained the basics. And I said, in the end, you are crazy. Why? The desire of meditation, whatever you are desiring in meditation, is the craziest thing. And that is why you will never succeed in meditation. What was his desire? That he explained to me. I want to elevate my body. I said, that is what I don't teach. No, in meditation, I heard that, the body rises above the ground. So I said, I will help you raise your mind above the ground, but not the body. That is not the subject matter of meditation. So this week, it is also important that you should contemplate. You should contemplate. What should you contemplate? Mind, why you are wandering? Am I your master or you are my master? Hold on. Stop this. The more and more you will contemplate,